Use of modal auxiliary may. First, to take permission. For example, may I read your book? Next, may I see these papers, sir? Second, to express possibility. For example, he may come today. Next, his plan may succeed. Next, the road may be blocked due to the procession. Third, to express wish, faith or hope. For example, may his soul rest in peace. Next, may our country prosper. Fourth, to indicate a purpose. For example, he is working hard so that he may win a scholarship. Next, they die so that their country may survive. Use of might. First, as the past of may. For example, he said that he might go to the city. Next, I thought that he might help her. Second, for permission with hesitation. For example, might I have your seat? Next, you might do me a favor. Next, might I begin my lecture? Third, to express remote possibility. For example, the sky is clear. It might rain today. Next, he might pass the exam, but I don't have much hope. Fourth, to express purpose in the past. For example, the driver died so that the passengers might escape. Next, she went there so that she might tell about the matter. Fifth, to express dissatisfaction and reproach. For example, you might pay a little more to your studies. Next, you might understand the whole matter. Use of must. First, to express compulsion. For example, you must carry out my order. Next, I must leave now. Next, one must work or starve. Next, we must obey the rules of school. Second, to express obligation or duty. For example, soldiers must obey the order of commander. Next, duty must be done. Next, a priest must lead a pious life. Third, to express emphatic advice. For example, you must consult some good doctors. Next, she must serve her old parents. Fourth, for logical necessity. For example, it is drizzling, you must take umbrella with you. Next, you are tired, you must be hungry. Fifth, for strict prohibition. For example, you must walk on the grass. Next, they mustn't waste their time. Sixth, for fixed determination. For example, I must have my way in this matter. Next, she must win the first prize this time. Next, Parul must see you again before she leaves the school. Seventh, for certainty of belief in some fact. For example, he must be mad. Next, somebody must have told it. Eighth, to express assumption, conclusion, inference, and strong possibility. For example, the principal must be in office at this time. Next, she must be 13. Next, he must be reached by now. Ninth, must can be used in affirmative, but in negative we use needn't. For example, must she come tomorrow? Yes, she must. No, she needn't. Use of ought to. Ought is always followed by to. First, for moral duty. For example, we ought to love our neighbors. Next, you ought to help the needy. Second, for strong possibility or probability. For example, you have worked hard. You ought to get good marks. Next, she ought to win the match this time. Third, for desirability. For example, he ought to build a new house now. Next, there ought to be some more buses. Note: ought forms no past of its own, but indicates past when it is used with have. For example, he ought to have worked hard. Next, they ought to have reached there on time. Use of modal auxiliary used to. First, to indicate some constant or frequent practice in the past. For example, she used to play in this playground when I was child. Next, they used to go for a walk in the evening. Second, to express the existence of something in the past. For example, there used to be a tree in the middle of the house. Next, there used to be an open ground long ago. Third, for a custom. For example, soon he used to drink every night. Next, when she lost her temper, she used to beat her children. Use of needn't. As an auxiliary, needn't should be used in negative and interrogative sentences. First, to express the absence of obligation or necessity to do something. For example, she has paid the bill. You needn't pay it. Next, he needn't worry anymore. Second, in interrogative sentences, to indicate some doubt or prohibition. For example, need you go yet? No, you needn't. Next, need she come tomorrow? No, she needn't. Note: past of need is had to in the affirmative sentences and needn't have in the negative. For example, you needn't have wasted your time in gossip. Next, need I have to see a doctor. Use of dare. Dare is used in interrogative and negative sentences. First, in negative sentence, dare means absence of courage. Dare is used for doubt or courage. For example, he daren't fight with me. Next, he daren't go into a dark room at night. Next, I daren't ask my father. Second, in interrogative sentences, to ask question for courage. For example, dare you enter the haunted desert. Next, how dare you talk like this? Note, when dare is used as main verb, it is followed by to. For example, he will hardly dare to go there again. Next, he didn't dare